Gracias por venir, amigos de la prensa. Estoy muy emocionada de tenerlos aquí. Este lugar es como mi casa porque fue el primer lugar americano que me abrió las puertas. Y aquí he conocido a mucha gente importante relacionada a la música internacional, músicos de jazz extraordinarios, y por supuesto a Enrico, que es mi padrino. Exactamente. Y Cristina, que es como mi hermana. Y digo mi padrino porque aquí conocí también a mi esposo, que estuvo en la audiencia cuando estaba cantando Toro mata y toro mata, rumandero ay toro. Oh, y el gringo, el señor americano se quedó impactado con la música peruana. Realmente era la primera vez que hacíamos algo peruano aquí, y cautivamos a mucho público norteamericano que luego nos comenzó a seguir. Y prácticamente cuando vine aquí cantaba música internacional y solamente un par de canciones peruanas, y ahora es todo al revés. Ahora canto 90% de música peruana y 2 internacionales, porque Enrico, al escuchar la música peruana, me dijo que esa música era inspiradora, que era hermosa y que yo debería de cantar más esta música. Y así le hice caso, y realmente, como les he dicho a muchos y al señor cónsul, el Perú me ha llamado a mí, porque yo hacía otro tipo de música, pero la música peruana es demasiado bonita, es muy linda, muy inspiradora, y ahora muchos músicos norteamericanos y de otros países me acompañan a veces. Inclusive ese día del festival voy a cantar con un muchacho, un bajista que es americano, que está loco por la música peruana. Y así estoy incorporando a mucha gente de distintos países a tocar nuestra música. Así que yo pienso que el futuro de la música, así como lo ha sido con nuestra comida, va a ser muy grande, porque todavía está virgen y tenemos que mostrarla más. Y eso es lo que yo hago. Y estoy muy feliz.
Okay, and now I would like to introduce Enrico, and perhaps you'll say a few words about the event and your feelings, and maybe reflect in English a little bit about what Lula said for our English-speaking audience.
Okay, well, one characteristic that we have here, and it's been very consistent, is our international spirit. Well, not for anything, I come from Italy, and I'm here running a jazz club, which is the most beautiful music that this country has given to the world. And this international spirit reflects in all we do, both on a personal level and on an artistic level. We've had musicians from all over the world. Lula is a perfect example of that. And we keep doing that. So this last event, this latest enterprise that was already described, the Peruvian festival that is going to take place on June 19th, is an example of that. But on a personal level, I've been involved internationally in many different things, among which nobody ever mentioned that, but I am basically the right hand of the honorary consul of Georgia, of the Republic of Georgia, and I created a sister city project between my hometown of Cosenza and the city of Kutaisi. So we had delegations, going back and forth from Georgia to Italy, from Italy to Georgia, and actually we should talk about this too at some point. Because, I have capability of doing anything, with this little country that was born under the dissolution of the Soviet Union and really wants to, to spread out and to let the world know that it exists because still here, when you say Georgia, say, oh, Atlanta. No, that's not Atlanta. It's the other side, you know, near Turkey, you know, that area of the world. So that's it for now.
So what Enrico said is very important. He didn't mention he speaks 10 languages fluently. I speak 3.5. He says, how a half? I said, because my French is about a half. Okay. So Enrico estaba diciendo que cree mucho en la internacionalidad de la cultura y de los eventos de compartir. Él ha organizado con su ciudad de Italia, Cosenza, y Kutaisi, la República de Georgia, no Georgia aquí en los Estados Unidos, pero es una nación que estaba en la Unión Soviética, que ya no existe. Entonces ellos quieren siempre compartir con la cultura global, y tal vez él puede organizar algo también con Perú, porque cree mucho en eso. So, yo quiero decir eso en español para el público español. Si ustedes no saben, hay eventos para niños y estos empiezan a las 3 de la tarde, y hay un café que se llama el Café de la Creatividad, y hay unas señoras que van a hacer artesanía inspirada por la artesanía peruana. No es justamente peruana, pero inspirado por eso. Porque, como nosotros sabemos, hay una cultura de la artesanía de Perú que se puede venir solo aquí, que es tradicional y también moderno. Y Lula, ¿quieres hablar un momentito de la artesanía, la importancia en la sociedad y cómo este es también una avenida para traer la cultura al mundo?
Bueno, parte de nosotros los peruanos es la artesanía, que es tan rica y tan colorida, tan hermosa. Este chalequito que yo tengo es de la zona de Cailioma, que es mi tierra, Arequipa. Lo hacen todo a mano, ¿no? Y realmente es fabuloso, y donde me lo pongo siempre me preguntan qué hermoso, ¿no? Qué hermoso trabajo, y yo muy orgullosa de ponerlo. Y justamente para este motivo, para este festival, vamos a ver qué atuendos poner, que me encanta. Cristina, y quería decir una cosa, que de repente después los periodistas quieren hacer algunas preguntas. Y ¿qué quiere decir, señor?
Yo quiero decir algo más. Lo voy a decir en castellano y un poquito en inglés. La importancia de este evento, y hay que reconocer en esto el esfuerzo y la aceptación del municipio y la biblioteca de Montclair, ahora en la persona de Nancy Yonasi, que es inclusiva, es un evento de carácter inclusivo. El Perú es la mezcla de todas las sangres, ¿no es verdad? Nuestra cultura, nuestra comida es fusión, nuestra cultura igualmente es fusión. Por lo tanto, esto tiene una especial importancia para los asistentes, que puedan comprender que el Perú ha sido en esencia un país inclusivo de diferentes sangres del mundo. A little bit in English, what I wanted to say is that the importance of this event, that in this case has been shared by the library of Montclair, her representative here among us, Nancy Yonashi, is that the event as such is inclusive. Peru has been always an inclusive country. We are a country of many bloods. You know, we have Indians, we have Chinese, Spaniards, Japanese, Italians, Swiss people, German people from Germany, and a lot of people from many other places. So this event has that intention, to be inclusive and to bring this inclusiveness to Montclair and among the people of Montclair. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's a very wise and observation to share with us. And I'd like to mention that we always talk about the United States also being a tossed salad. They used to say a melting pot, but it's not melting too much. But now they say a tossed salad. But they've said that for years. But isn't it interesting to see how there is a fusion of cultures in different ways in different countries, and how it evolves differently based upon the values of the country, the history of the country, and the language. And maybe you can say something to us, Consul, about the languages in Peru. There might be some people interested in that. Did you want to say something?
No, not specifically about that, but just wanted to quería decir que tenemos varios representantes de la cultura peruana y también un artista, Fernando, que está allá, que ya estaba trabajando, yo lo vi. Hizo algo que, bueno, espero que vamos a mirarlo después. Ok, bueno, Cónsul.
Los idiomas, si se puede explicar un poquito al público las diferencias. Hay español, hay castellano, hay también unos...
Well, as you know, about the languages spoken in Peru, of course, our main language has been always the Quechua. In many areas of Peru, Quechua is being spoken still, of course, now. Yeah. And the Quechua actually, as a language, has different types. Of course, from one region to another, Quechua can be a little bit different from one place to another. Same thing happens with some other languages, like the Italians. You have many dialects, but they can understand each other because the structure of the language is such that they allowed to understand each other. Then we have the Aymara. The Aymara is also another Indian language, very well known, and this is spoken in the high mountains between Peru and Bolivia, what now is Bolivia, because the Incas Empire before has been part of Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, what it is now, Chile, Alto Peru, which is now Bolivia, and part of Argentina. That was the empire, the Inca Empire. Now, of course, we have many other languages in the jungle of Peru. There's the languages, they are so diverse, which is about 30 different languages of different type of tribes. And of course, because of the immigration, you find also Chinese and Japanese that they keep their culture, but also they have been wise enough to absorb and to share the Peruvian culture and to incorporate it to their way of life. Still, they can keep their own customs and all these type of cultural aspects. This is about the languages.
And I asked that question because one of the purposes of this program, which has been arranged through a very generous grant, which Nancy will explain about to you in a moment, one of the things that Nancy said when we first started to talk is we really are very interested in having an educational component, not just having, just culture itself is educational, but having something a little bit more formally educational. So we are going to be having a display of different crafts within the library. They're going to have an explanation by Rosa Carwayanqui of some of the traditions and the dances, and she'll do some storytelling with the children. And we're trying to educate them to let them understand more about some of the very rich aspects of the Peruvian culture. We have Costanera, which will be donating some of the foods so that we can try very generously. They have a restaurant in town and another one nearby in North Arlington that they recently opened, and their food is very good, and we're very pleased that they were willing to participate with us. And perhaps you can explain how this started, this endeavor. You've done one of these before, right? You've done a few of these cultural programs before. And you get some funding. Maybe we can mention something about